Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever this video finds you, I hope you're having a rad time. I'm the Figure Dude, and on today's Action Figure Showcase, I'm going to take a look at my custom Nation of Domination. Without further ado, let's talk about some figures. Dude. Welcome back, and today is the third showcase of my collection, and I'm going to take a look at the first stable on the channel. So I said before I want to do single wrestlers that have a lot of figures in my collection, but I also want to do stables. So one of my favorite stables, or like most memorable stables from back in the day in the Attitude Era, was the Nation of Domination. And in my memory, I mostly remember it with The Rock leading it. That's the one that always stood out to me the most, just because as a kid, I thought The Rock was awesome. I mean, who didn't think The Rock was awesome as a kid? But originally, the first Nation of Domination wasn't even in WWE. I guess in '96, so the same year that the Nation of Domination debuted in the WWF, there was a Nation of Domination that was also in the USWA, the United States Wrestling Association, that had nothing to do with WWE's Nation of Domination. But the original group had D'Lo Brown, it had Farooq, it had Crush, evil Crush, biker-looking Crush. It had a bunch of gangsters. They were more like a gang. The original incarnation, and I don't see us ever getting figures of those guys. It would just be kind of weird. Clarence Mason was a manager. Like, most people don't have a clue that was even a thing. I feel like, especially now, like, this is the most famous incarnation of the Nation of Domination was Farooq, Mark Henry, / the Godfather / Papa Shango / the Good Father, The Rock, and D'Lo Brown. So that was my focus in this collection, and we actually have gotten a few of these Nation of Domination figures. So you can see here, the Farooq was from it was a 2-pack with The Rock. So it was a weird 2-pack. I got mine at Kmart. I think it was like an Amazon exclusive originally. I don't even remember. It was a while ago. I had just started collecting, and I remembered seeing I was like, oh, this Farooq is really cool. I didn't really care for the Rock figure that it came with, which actually isn't the one that I put on my shelf with the Nation of Domination, but you'll see which one I have. But anyway, this Farooq, it came in the 2-pack. It also had like a leather strap that he came with him around his neck. I don't know where that is. I've moved a few times since I bought this. Not a huge deal to me. He did often wear like a leather trench coat, kind of leather trench coat. We'll stick with that. So I would like to. So I think I might take I have an extra Karrion Kross jacket. I might put that on him. But anyway, I'll quit mumbling, quit going on and on. Let's take a look at my Nation of Domination. Okay, so we had Farooq. We'll get him out of the way. So then I'm just going to go to the other Mattel releases that we have got of Nation of Domination figures. So next up is a Mark Henry. And we did get him in the Decade of Domination wave, I believe it was. He was originally, so I want to say we got a vote on him. So there was the... Gosh, what series was it? Or maybe not. I don't remember. I know that we had a network, I want to say Network Spotlight, and we got a sexual chocolate figure, and I swear we got to vote on that, or something. With the sexual chocolate figure we got, I'm pretty sure there was a vote. I'm pretty sure Nation of Domination Mark Henry was an option, and I am pretty sure that was not the option that we got. Thankfully, we did eventually get this Mark Henry in the Decade of Domination line that came with like Kane, like the mask Kane that you could remove the mask. Triple H with his like long black spandex. I want to say Natalia was in there. I don't remember everyone in there. I know I did get the whole set. I was very excited, but Mark Henry was a huge want of mine because I like completing stables. I want everybody. So I've got Mark Henry here. These two both came with hats, which I thought was really cool. I think everyone wore one. Kama wore one. D'Lo wore one. I don't think The Rock did. The Rock wanted to always stand out. You could tell he had his evil intentions of taking over once he kind of got into that group, but nonetheless, here's Mark Henry, and like I had just mentioned quickly, Kama. So Kama, he is not a Mattel release. Technically speaking, he is, but this is a custom / repaint that I did myself. We've gotten Godfather, we have gotten Papa Shango, and we got Kama, which I was surprised we got the Supreme Fighting Machine Kama, which I thought was a really sweet figure. He was one of the collector's editions we got early, like Elite 85, I want to say, which I did find at a store a few times, but I needed my Nation of Domination Kama, so for him, it's really just a total repaint. I put on black knee pads, I painted his boots black, and I did sand down his head. He was bald in Nation of Domination, so he's got that bald look, and I just love him next to these other Nation of Domination figures. The pattern's all painted. It was before I was doing decals, so I did paint that side stuff. Not. I hate having to. Come on. You can see the design here. I painted it. It goes all the way around. It's nothing too crazy, just like a simple pattern, but it was necessary to complete this look for Kama in the Nation of Domination. And that's member number 3. Next up here, so this one is, I fudged it a little bit, so you'll see why in a second, but here's my D'Lo Brown, and it is the Mattel figure, but I did put the Jax Bone Cruncher head on it. I wanted to make a custom D'Lo. I didn't have another head, so what I ended up doing was putting the Jax Bone Cruncher head on it, which I didn't mind. It's not the best likeness, but it's not the worst likeness. And it's got the hat on it, so I did really like that. So he's got the same head as everybody else, but you can see here he's got his design. The Mattel release we did get with him had the chest protector, which I just always thought was hilarious. Which he wore that more like when he was European champion, and he, like The Rock, had kind of started taking over the group. He wore that, so in just the most simple form of the nation, I needed him looking like this, and maybe I'll get a new head, maybe I'll replace him, but for now, it more than works for what I'm trying to do. So, gotta make some space because we got a couple more figures up here. Alright, let's see, we'll just go like this. Next up is The Rock. So, this figure I have made quite a few changes to. Really, the only original part on it are the legs and the crotch piece. When The Rock was in the Nation of Domination, he feuded with Triple H, and it was kind of when I want to say like he'd kind of taken things over. Farooq was out of the group, I'm pretty sure, but he had this Rocky Maivia attire, which it is different. So most of the Rock attires that you look at that you get are the normal tights that say The Rock on the front, and then have like the Brahma Bull on the back, or it says The Rock on the back too. And these ones are just different. This is originally the ringside exclusive Rock, and it came with like the purple Intercontinental belt, and I think I have it, but I can't find it. I'm almost positive I have it somewhere, and honestly it might be on my shelf and I just don't know where it went to. But that is the one that I chose, and I did torso swap. So he also originally had the like ripped up torso, and that just doesn't represent Rock well for this time. So what I did was torso swap. I mean, I have a ton of Rock figures, a ton with this bigger torso, or thicker torso, I guess. And the head is from one of the basic the basic 100, where they all got like the new head scans, and I think that head scan is fantastic. So that is the rock that I chose to put in my Nation of Domination. It has the RM on the front, and on the back it says The Rock. Last but not least is the funniest addition to the Nation of Domination, my custom Owen Hart. So I've got Owen Hart in his Danger attire. I'll get him up a little bit closer here. But I've talked about him. So he's the, he was on my, was it Work in Progress Wednesday or Custom Figure Showcase? Or Custom Figure Review. I don't remember. He was on for one of the two, and I did show you guys I had to put the peg in his neck right here, unfortunately. Because this broke, but it turned out for the best because it looks fantastic. I love how he looks up next to everyone. Like I said, I couldn't have my Nation of Domination without everybody. And Owen was just such an odd piece. I honestly don't remember him that well in the Nation. What I do remember is him being made fun of, and the rest of the Nation, which kind of gets forgotten about by WWE because it wasn't exactly the most sensitive thing. But at the time, I thought it was a funny thing, and that's mostly what I remember Owen Hart for being in the Nation of Domination for. But I just thought it would be a funny thing to include him in here. And on my shelf, he's right next to Mark Henry when I put them all together up there. So this is everyone I have for the Nation. What I did want to do, though, is get out figures of them that I also have, so once they all kind of started branching out. So I'm not going to review, like, go over these long, but these are all figures we have kind of afterwards. So Kama slowly turned into the Godfather. Everyone knows what happened with The Rock. So The Rock here, he actually, so I gave him the black, like, jogger pants and the, not jogger pants, just like black pants. Come on. There we go. And I gave him, so that black shirt came with Elite 47, I think it was. But he did have this look for a while, so I just gave him the black pants and the black shirt. Don't need to talk too much about how he turned out. I do not have another Owen, because, well, I mean, we kind of know how things ended with Owen. And I don't have a lot of Owen figures. I just have another Hart Foundation custom of his. So Farooq, I mean, honestly, he kind of took a step back. He went in a tag team, and he just stayed in that tag team for a long time. Granted, they're probably going to end up in the Hall of Fame as a tag team, which I don't think they are yet. Are they? The APA? APA is a classic tag team. They were probably known more for their antics outside the ring, just their sketches and their just hilarious segments protecting people, but I don't think anyone's going to say that was a bad thing for Farooq or Ron Simmons. We've got the sexual chocolate figure that I mentioned, which I am shocked that we did get sexual chocolate. It doesn't say sexual anywhere on the packaging that we got with him. Wow, he is not in the frame. Let me try that again. Zoom out. There we go. Okay, so like I said, sexual chocolate, we got him there. And these are all Mattel releases. I might have done some fixing up to The Rock. I don't remember what figure is underneath the clothes. But then this is a custom here. So just real quick, take a look. Is my custom D-Lo. And who knows? I was surprised we got D-Lo in the first place. But I put the chest protector on him. He's got some David Otunga arms. And then he's got a body of like one of the Nasty Boys. So I just repainted this torso. He's got the D-Lo decals on the side here. Come on. They're very simple decals. Sorry. I have a new camera, and I'm still trying to get the hang of things. you know, it's nothing crazy. We'll just move on from D-Lo. Oh, wow. Yeah, there they go. There they go. Okay. Well, on that word, we are going to wrap things up. So that's everything from my showcase today. My Nation of Domination, a little different attires for each of them. But like I always say, I have more stables I want to get through. If there's stuff that you guys want to see, let me know. I will gladly look through it. I mean, I have a lot. One of my things is stables, so I go out of my way to complete them. Whether it's customs, whether it's tracking down all of the members, all the figures, whatever I have to do, I like to complete stables. Or tag teams. Sometimes we have to wait a really long time, and it's frustrating. So, if you like what we're doing, go check out some more of my showcase videos. I do have 2 other ones at the moment. Please like, share, subscribe. I always appreciate that. And remember, you can't buy happiness, but you can buy figures. Figure Dude out.